Hello, I'm gonna teach you guys how to do your nails today. I am by no means a professional nail artist or anything of the like. I am a filthy casual, if you will. I think I do a pretty decent job, so I will impart that very basic knowledge of how to do your nails correctly upon you. I hope you enjoy. Things you're gonna need for this. Your fingies. You're gonna need your fingies. That's kind of very important for doing your nails, is having a bunch of those. You're gonna need some nail utensils, like a file and maybe some clippers, just to kind of like clean up your nails and kind of make them into the shape you would like where applicable. You're gonna need some peel-off base coat. Well, you don't need this, but I use this because it's convenient. This stuff is the best thing that was ever invented, because you can just peel off your nail polish whenever you want to. Whenever you feel like you don't want it anymore, you can just get rid of it. Like, I don't own nail polish remover. I just use peel-off base coat, and I get to pick at my nails without actually hurting myself. It's great. It's wonderful. You're gonna need the color you want your nails to be. And then finally, you're gonna wanna get some top coat. There's glossy top coat and matte top coat. I'm gonna use glossy top coat for this one. You can also get the matte one. The matte one kind of like looks foggy at first, and then it dries and becomes transparent but matte. It's really interesting. You should totally try it. And finally, you're gonna need some time and maybe something to like pass the time with. Like, I like to watch anime streams while I do my nails, just because then I get to like sit there and like not use my hands for anything for an extended period of time, so I don't mess them up in between stages. It's great. Yes. Next, we're gonna prep our nails. We're gonna remove any nail polish that might have been on there before. We're gonna push back kind of the little bit of skin that goes, well, it's not, is it skin? I don't know if it's skin. The bit of stuff that is like at the back of your nail, like the nail bed, that bit, just kind of push it back gently, the bit that goes on your nail, so that you can have a little bit more kind of surface area to work with, essentially. If you want to, you can also like grow your nails out a bit to get more surface area, because it's obviously gonna be easier to paint a bigger area than a smaller area. So like, you can also file them into a shape you like. You can like look up what other people do for nail shapes if you have enough to kind of do something with. You can also just kind of cut them to make a nice like clean line. If you're a nail biter, which might be a reason why you weren't doing nails in the past, cut it or file it so it's a straight line, just kind of to make it like look neater. This is not a must, this is just like my advice generally. I'm gonna make them all be a nice smooth line, right? Alright, then you're gonna locate your media of choice to watch while you're doing, while you're waiting in between stages. Kind of settle into whatever position you're gonna be in for the next like however long this is gonna take, and like prep all your little bottles and shit that you're gonna be using, and kind of put it next to you somewhere where it's hopefully not gonna spill or anything. First, we're gonna apply our base coat, as the name suggests, and that's the base we're gonna build upon. For any coat, you kind of just wanna like do like 1 or 2 brush strokes. Like, you don't want to kind of go back and forth all the time, because it's just gonna get clumpy and and bad, and you're gonna just be pushing around the nail, and not good. Not gonna do that. We're just gonna do 1, 2, maybe 3 if it's a big nail, whatever you need, right? And kind of, if there's like a bit that you missed, you can go over it again if you need to. Like, that's fine, just don't keep doing it, right? You're gonna want to do both hands before you move on to the next step, because it's generally easier that way. If you don't feel confident enough to do that yet, hey, I'm not gonna tell you not to just do one hand to completion and then do the other one. That's up to you. It's just gonna be more efficient if you just do one and then the other, and then wait for it to dry and then do the next step. Yes, that means you're gonna do one of them with your non-dominant hand, but that's okay. We're filthy casuals, it doesn't have to be perfect. And also, like, generally, unless you're doing some kind of nail art attempt, just the simple color is not gonna make that big of a difference. The main difference is gonna be how much mess you have around it to clean it up afterwards. You're gonna wait for a while, between 5 and 10 minutes should be plenty, but I tend to just make sure and like watch a whole anime episode or something in between stages, just because why not? It's definitely gonna be dry by then. After a while, when you think that's probably fine, you can kind of like check if it's dry to the touch. This does not mean that it is fully dry. That's two different things, right? But you want it to be dry to the touch relatively to move on to the next step, just so you don't like smudge one thing into the other or anything like that. Next, we're gonna apply our color. You can potentially shake your little bottle a little bit before you use it. If it's like been sitting for a while, sometimes there's like a weird layer up top of like whatever solution it's in, and like the other stuff having a bit separate. Just shake it a bit. You don't have to shake it if it's like new or looking fine. Like that's a optional to shake it if you feel like it. You repeat the same thing, kind of just go over it once. Don't do too many strokes, don't like mess it about too much. Cover your whole nails, do both hands if you can. Don't worry too much if you get some on your skin around the nail, because you can either, if you do own nail polish remover unlike me, you can kind of take a Q-tip and put some nail polish remover on that and kind of clean it up around it at the end. If you do not own nail polish remover like I don't, it's just gonna kind of start like peeling off on the skin surrounding the nail in the next like few hours to a day. So like by tomorrow, your nails will look great. Don't worry about it. I did these yesterday and they look great today. So like if you do get some color on the surrounding bits, just generally kind of try and make it so that like it's not one even surface between your nail and your skin, so that it'll have an easier time coming off later without taking the rest of the nail with it, because we're working with peel off base coat, right? We're gonna wait until it's dry. Similar time frame. Again, just watch some more of whatever you're watching. It'll be fine. Just check after a while if it is dry to the touch. If it's not doing the best coverage because you only went over it once, you can just let it dry and then do this step again. Just do a second layer of it. This is generally where I would apply any glitter or nail art stuff, unless I'm making the second layer. That depends on what you're doing. I just did color with some glitter this time, so this is where I put the glitter on after the second layer of color. After that's all dried, we're gonna get our top coat. I was using a glossy top coat. Rinse and repeat. Single layer, not too many strokes. Cover it. Do both hands and let it dry. And then you are done. You are still gonna want to watch out for a few hours because they're not all the way through dry yet. So you can still mess them up if you run into something or whatever. So like if you've got any like very manual tasks to do, maybe don't do those during that few hour period because they might f up your nails. If one of your nails does get messed up by something, you can always just redo it if you want to, or try and like straighten it out as best you can and hope for the best. It should be fine. We're not doing it to a professional level. Imperfections is okay. Yes, we're just trying to get decent nails, and that's good enough. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some useful information from it. I am planning on doing some similar things over the next while, hopefully. So subscribe and stay tuned if you were into this one. Yes, hi. Read my comic on Tumblr because it's good and people like it, and you should like it too. So go over there and check that out. I'm sure you'll have a chuckle. That would be my greatest wish, would be for you to read my comic and have a good chuckle. Yes. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.